Wanted to teach today is how to know if you have the calling or what your calling is in God. There are various offices that God can call people to as ministers of the gospel. God can call you as a teacher. God can call you as an apostle. God can call you as a pastor, a prophet, or an evangelist. Those are the fivefold cardinal offices that we have mentioned in the Bible. But while I was thinking about doing that, it occurred to me that many people may not even know how to hear the voice of God. And if you are teaching people who cannot even, who are not basically grounded on how to understand the voice of God, how then do you teach them how to know what their calling is? Is it when someone just walk up to them and say, you have a calling of this or you have a calling of that? So for that reason, I'm going to first of all be teaching on how to hear the voice of God, how a Christian can know that this is God speaking to me without doubt, without confusion, without ambiguity, and to also be able to grow in that ability. And to do that, the first thing we have to examine or we have to look into is to ask ourselves the questions. Does the Bible teach or imply that every believer can hear God speak? That's very important thing to a very important question to answer, because if we don't, if that provision is not made available for us in the Bible, for us to then desire to want to have it will be outside of the scope of the will of God, and that's how people go into hell. So the first question is, how does the Bible, teaches or implies that all believers should be able to hear the voice of God? And a very easy one that we can quickly look at will be the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27 thereabout. So John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. My sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. So this is Jesus speaking, and he was saying that there are people he has spoken to that they most likely did not believe him, and said, verse 25, if I read now, I told you and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. So 27 now said, my sheep hear my voice. I know them and they follow me. So every Christian, every child of God, everyone who is born again, who is regenerated, should be able to hear the the voice of God and know that this is God speaking to me. This is what God wants me to do, and stuffs like that. In the Old Testament, we see various people having encounter with God and being able to know that this is what God has said they should do. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 12 verse 1 that now God had said